Hello, in this video, we continue to learn from the book The Cashflow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. It's a guide to financial freedom. And in this one, he's showing us that there are actually three kinds of business systems. And I'm actually excited to know what they are. And I think you are too. Video number 33. Please join me. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You. On this channel, I share what I know and continue to learn. And in this one, we continue to read the book, The Cashflow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. He's showing us the three business systems. I'm excited to share this one too. I didn't know this at all. And I've been reading a couple of business books. So if you are new, my name is Sherifa Nakalema. I'm a business owner here in Virginia, USA. And on this channel, generally, I share business topics like earning money, saving money, managing money, like using. But I've been reading books. I finished Rich Dad Poor Dad. Now I'm Cashflow Quadrant. I also mix in with personal development. Then I talk about. I record those just to motivate you. And if any of that sounds interesting, the whole message here is to ask you to take a step, make your life better. So anything I'm talking about, that's the intention. Please subscribe to this channel if that's a good intention. And click on the bell on the right to be notified when I have new videos. For those of you who already said yes to this message, I appreciate you very much. Thank you for getting back. You know, YouTube is showing me who's coming back. So I appreciate you. Thank you. Always leave a comment. Always like the video. Support this message. It's a very important message. I'm here every day, 12:30 p.m. Eastern, US Eastern Time. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, up to Wednesday I do books. Then Thursday I tend to drive around if I find something to share. In USA, I share. Then Friday, I come live. Saturday, again, it's books. And then Sunday, it's motivation. And at this point, before I even continue, because of what I'm going to say, I'm going to share the image of the Cashflow Quadrant. The Cashflow Quadrant. Because the book is called The Cashflow Quadrant. But why is it called that? Especially if you are new. And even if you've been watching me, I always remind you, this book is about the Cashflow Quadrant. And according to Robert Kiyosaki, by the way, I think I need to redefine Robert Kiyosaki again. Because I keep saying, Robert Kiyosaki. If you didn't watch me read the book, The Rich Dad Poor Dad, maybe you forgot who Robert Kiyosaki is. He's actually the author of this other book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, A Guide to Financial Freedom. No. That was the #1 personal finance book. It sold so many millions, known all over the world, this book. So I finished that, and he's the author of that. He's an entrepreneur, he's an educator, he's an investor, he's a millionaire. So anything he says, for those of you who are interested in those topics, he really knows what he's talking about. And he's always sharing his examples, like about his life. So that's just a reminder who Robert Kiyosaki is. The reason I'm doing it at this point, today I'm starting chapter 4 of this book, and he's going to teach us the business systems. So I wanted for those people who are watching it to know that this person who is teaching us knows actually what he's talking about. So then we have to listen. So this is video number 33. It's about the three systems he's going to share. But I'm going to this is like an introduction. And then later we're going to continue reading some more in the videos that come later. I'll call this like a foundation video as he starts to explain. So, but then I always have to remind you about 32, which was the ending of chapter 3. And he said in that one, that if you want to be successful, especially as an investor, better be a business person first. Because investors tend to invest in businesses. So learn about business, how a business is run, good leadership, understand that, so that when it's time to choose where to invest, you actually understand what a good business is and what a bad business is. So you don't lose your money. Remember, we're managing risk. So that was video number 32. And to get to it, there's a pinned comment that I put myself on all videos that takes you to all the videos I finished from number 1 on the same book. And then at the end of the end screen, at the end of this video, it will take you, when you see Cashflow Quadrant, it takes you to the same thing. And then the description also takes you to how you get this book. It's free, audio for 1 month, and also to the physical book, Amazon. The link is over there. So now, yes, before I said all that, my intention was actually to show you the image, the cash flow quadrant. According to Robert, you earn your money for either of these four, maybe one or two or three. You are either an employee on the left, you earn your money with a paycheck from someone giving a paycheck, okay, paying you, or you are a self-employed person, or you are a small business owner. That's on the left. My hand is showing opposite because of the camera. And then on the right, you have a business owner, a big business owner. We defined all that, what this means, and an investor. So his goal is to move us from the left to the right. Now he's sharing how you do that. Slowly, we are going there. He's getting to like technicalities, but we are getting the message. The left is not good for you as far as taxes, as far as continuity and all that. So we want to be on the right. Now, he is in this 33, he's talking about the three kinds of business systems. And this is chapter 4. And like I said, I'm going to start on it a little bit. I'm not going to read too much. And then starting the next video, we're going to go to see what he's sharing. So I'm starting to read. Chapter 4, the three kinds of business systems. And here that's a big headline. Then next to it is a smaller headline. It says, your goal is to own a system and have people work that system for you. Because he's been emphasizing other people's money, other people's time. So that is other people's time. In moving, he's writing now, in moving to the B quadrant, remember that your goal is to own a system and have people work that system for you. You can develop this business system yourself, or you can look for a system to purchase. To buy. Think of the system as the bridge that will allow you to cross safely from the left side of the cash flow quadrant to the right side, because remember, he wants us to cross. So how do you cross? He's sharing how you do that. It's your bridge to financial freedom, crossing from the left to the right. Left is employee or self-employed or small business. To the right, business, large business or investor. Now, he says, there are three main types of business systems commonly in use today. That's why I said, when I saw this, I said, he's great. Because he showed, like we see business, but businesses are different. So he's saying there are in three systems. Number one, the traditional C corporation, where you develop your own system. You start a business from scratch, you build it. The second one is a franchise, where you buy an existing system. The third one is network marketing, where you buy into and become part of an existing system. Each business system has its strengths and weaknesses, yet each ultimately does the same thing. If operated properly, each system will provide a steady stream of income without much physical effort on the part of the owner once it's up and running. The problem is getting it up and running. In 1985, when people asked him and me, Kim is his wife, and me why we were homeless, we simply said, we're building a business system. It was a business system that was a hybrid of the traditional C corporation and a franchise. As stated before, the B quadrant requires a knowledge of both systems and people. He mentioned that before, yes. I'm reading just the last paragraph because I said this is going to be short. This is the last paragraph. Our decision to develop our own system meant a lot of hard work. I'd taken this route before and my company had failed. Although it was successful for years, it suddenly went broke in its 5th year. When success came to us, we were not ready with an adequate system. Our system began to break down even though we had hardworking people. We felt like we were on a good-sized yacht that had sprung a leak in a location we could not determine. Yacht means Y-A-C-H-T. We felt like we were on a good-sized yacht that had sprung a leak in a location we could not determine. So he's saying he lost a business before and because he wasn't ready, the system wasn't ready. Okay, that's why I end my reading of video number 33. We'll continue in number 34, where he starts building on this. So we learn what to do. Remember, that's why we're following this. Learn what to do. So my takeaway is exactly that. I've got to learn the three systems. Although he said C corporation, because a C corporation, I actually have a video where I talk about the structures of businesses. That's the kind you develop and take all the way to public, where people come and buy shares. For me, I own what is called an S corporation. An S corporation can only have only 100 shareholders. You cannot have more than 100. So it's a little bit limiting, but that's the one I have. So if I wanted mine to go public, I'll have to change to a C. Mine is S. It will change to a C. So he talked about a C corporation, or it's a franchise. A franchise where someone has, like, see how the McDonald's are? You buy into a system. But starting a franchise, you have to have the money. They're expensive. He's going to elaborate on those. But I don't read ahead much, like I said, but I know he's going to elaborate what a franchise is, what starting your own is, and the network one. But for me, I was trying to elaborate on what I know a little bit of, which is the S, which he didn't mention, because the S is smaller. It's a smaller one, and it's called a pass-through corporation. It's like when I own it, when it comes to tax purposes, they come to me. But the C is independent. It's like a person. The C corporation are people. Yes, a C corporation is like a person. It pays its own taxes. It has its own identity. Yeah, so most companies you see are C corporations. Okay, what do you think? Are you going to, if you had to start a business, which one do you prefer? To start it yourself and grow it big, or to go buy a franchise, like the way they do the McDonald's? You just go, get a license, and you pay the franchise fee and set it up exactly. A franchise has to be exactly the way the other one is. That's why when you see McDonald's, they all look the same, but it's not the franchises, because you have to buy the system and then operate according to the rules of that system. It has to be the same, everything the same, like the original one. And then the network one, I'm about to learn some more about that too as we continue on. So leave a comment. Which one do you prefer? Like I always end them. I say, take good care of yourself. Take very good care of your families. Take very good care of your health. Take a step to better you. Please like the video and leave a comment for me. Share it. Bye-bye.